Ready to level up your everyday? Quince makes premium essentials without the premium price tag. From quality clothing and stylish accessories to travel staples and high-end home goods, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers high quality at half the cost of similar brands. Shop elevated essentials without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/levelup for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/levelup.
Hey, Fidelity. How can I remember to invest every month?
With the Fidelity app, you can choose a schedule and set up recurring investments in stocks and ETFs.
Oh, that sounds easier than I thought.
You got this.
Yeah, I do. Now, where did I put my keys?
You will find them where you left them.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
With McValue at McDonald's, you don't just get deals on the drinks. You get deals on McDonald's drinks. So when you're breaking a sweat, embrace the chill without breaking the bank. And when your crew is running on empty, keep your wallet full while refreshing the squad.
Grab a cold drink at a hot price, like a refreshing Coke Zero or sweet tea in any size for only $1.49. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hello, everyone. I just want to tell you about a podcast I think you'll enjoy. If you're like me, I'm always on the podcast apps looking for something else scary to add to my feed. And this one is called The Most Terrifying Places in America by the Travel Channel. On the podcast, they visit some of the creepiest locations across the United States. They go to a hotel in New England where guests wake up and they're covered in scratches. My personal favourite is the one where there's a church in the middle of the woods and the security guards have to stay there for the night, and it's really, really creepy. There's so many different places on there. Get yourself a nice coffee or tea, pop it on and enjoy. Listen to The Most Terrifying Places in America wherever you get your podcast.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the luxe staples insiders swear by, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and welcome to day 10 of 14 Days of Summer Fear. I've got 4 stories to share today. Not all of them are paranormal, but they are still highly disturbing and just to get you scared during the summer. Are you ready for the first story? I live in the heart of Appalachia, and this is easily the most terrifying story of one of my experiences. This story may be short, or it may be drawn out. I'm recounting these events as I type, as it was honestly one of the most horrifying things I have ever experienced, and it brings me genuine stress to think about. This happened maybe 2 to 3 years ago. I live in southern West Virginia and have for my entire life. The woods and mountains surround every direction you look, and nighttime is a darkness that you can never dream of unless experienced. I was with a friend. I'll call him Mark. Mark was at my house one evening, doing the usual things, watching UFC, playing Xbox, etc. It was extremely late when we finally got bored and decided to go for a walk on a nearby trail. This is not a particularly long trail, but it is very dense in the woods that surround it. And it's easy to get freaked out when thinking of your surroundings. We finally get to about halfway into the trail, about 30 minutes in, where we stop and stand on the trail to chill and talk. The forest is very alive tonight. There are always noises in the woods, but the amount of animal activity for the time. At this point, it was probably past 1 a.m. This was strange and kind of eerie, but not alerting, as any sort of predatory animal in the area may cause a disturbance. We finish up smoking and continue our walk when almost immediately the forest falls dead quiet. And as soon as the forest goes quiet, there's a voice. It almost sounds like a mocking humanoid voice, shaky and uncertain, almost like an old children's toy, like the ones with the crackly speakers and robotic voice, if you know what I mean. This immediately sets us off. We vault directly down the opposite length of the trail, but the sound does not gain distance. It doesn't get closer, per se, but no matter how far we ran down the trail, this eerie voice remains the same volume, going over and over with no quieting or stopping. At this point, I'm convinced that we are in genuine danger, something I have felt very few times. Finally, after sprinting for who knows how long, we exit the trail. Gasping for breath and almost at the verge of tears of how frightening this was. We begin to exit the trail, and about 5 minutes from the exit, there's a bone-shaking, heart-stopping, murderous scream from directly behind us. This was not an animal. This was not someone playing or watching a movie. This scream sent birds flying from nests and made my heart drop into my stomach. It was the most genuinely depraved and violent scream that I had ever heard. This is a true story that I have only told to maybe 3 people, all of whom seem to brush it off as false. I've never been a person to push for the existence of the paranormal or spiritual. I genuinely believe I encountered something inhuman in those woods. Edit. I know I'll receive questions such as what the voice was possibly saying, or to explain the area and what happened after. I genuinely cannot remember what the voice was saying, if anything intelligible. I don't know if I could understand it then, and I certainly can't recall understanding it after several years of blocking it out of my memory. All that I recall is that it was a fluctuating voice in pitch, shaking, almost just joining sounds together. After running from the scream at the end of the trail, we ran to the car, which was only about 5 more minutes from the trail. So we got there relatively fast from sprinting. A scream on a trail would get you even in daylight, but it'd get me anyway, so I'm not surprised that they were terrified. Are you ready for the second story? Unsettling experience in northwest Montana. Sorry for the long post. Just no idea what to think of this situation. My boyfriend and I, both 20, were up at Libby Creek, gold panning area on the evening of July the 3rd, from about 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. we met this genuine, really cool guy with his son who showed us how to do it. We just did a road trip and gold panned and wanted to pick it up as a fun hobby. Super cool family and helped us for like 2.5 hours. He took us down to an area he had a claim on. We'd parked at a pull-out down the Libby Creek Road where the first bridge is. Both my boyfriend and I and the man and his son, so 2 cars parked there. The man started telling us about how him and his son found a human arm down the path where we were. Now I know this sounds insane, but the son swore he saw it too, and he was only about 10 or 11, telling us about how lots of people go missing up here in the woods, and no one ever hears about it or finds them again. Apparently there's tons of people living off-grid that don't want to be found for many reasons. Government estimated over 10,000 people after some of the latest wildfires. The guy wasn't weird or creepy at all, just genuinely trying to let us know the possible dangers of what's out here. Halfway through the evening, at about 8:30, I went to grab a sweatshirt, saw a dark grey truck with a hardcover canopy on it drive by with dogs barking. No big deal. I grabbed my sweatshirt and then went back to our spot down in the creek. The man and his son left around 9:30 and we went back up to our car at 9:35. My boyfriend wanted to check out a different area on the other side of the bridge, so he headed down there and I stayed in the car. It's important to note this area had decent light until about 10:15 to 10:30. He starts walking back up, not even 5 minutes later, saying he got this feeling he was being watched. Meanwhile, when I was in the car, I had the same feeling. I'm not a superstitious or anxious person, but I felt scared for my life, and I had no clue why. It just came out of nowhere. Seconds after he's back in the car, the same exact truck that I saw earlier drives by, then stops halfway on the bridge for about a minute. The guy backs up, kind of blocking us into the pullout we're in, and gets out of his truck and starts asking us what we're doing. My boyfriend tells him we're just leaving and asks if he was the landowner, just so we can be respectful and let him know we're on the way out. He says no, and that he's going fishing in the area with his dogs. But at 10 p.m, I don't know, we're not local to the area, live over the border in Idaho, but this just seemed odd to us. He got back in his truck to back out more, but then stopped again and started honking at us when we were turning around about to leave. He got out of his car again and said, "Are you guys looking for something?" I immediately felt even weirder vibes than before. We told him we were gold panning, but leaving. He starts going on about a campground up the road, and that we should go up there as it's private. He was going on and on, trying to convince us to camp out here in the middle of nowhere. Again, we told him we're going home, and then he finally backed off and we drove away. We both discussed how we had that same gut feeling someone was watching us and that something bad was going to happen. I personally think that the man had been watching us, or at least me, from down or up the creek at one of the pullouts and possibly thought I was alone since he saw me go to the car alone. Then when he saw the other truck leave and it was just one car, that's when he came up the road and arrived just seconds after my boyfriend got into the car with me again. We both think he was trying to get me alone to do who knows what. The fact he saw me clear as day twice, when I was obviously alone, was really unsettling. We don't think he was just going fishing, because as we were leaving, we saw him heading down the path without his dogs or any fishing gear. He or someone had to have been watching us. Luckily, I had a gun in the car with me, just in case. Now, I know a lot of people probably think we were just anxious and freaking out from what that man and his son had told us. But that guy in the truck was giving us the most creepiest vibes ever. I've been stalked and almost attacked by a mountain lion, and I wasn't as scared as I was then compared to when this creepy guy was talking to us. I don't know. It could just all be coincidental, but it seems too perfectly timed. This one creeped me out so much. It's just like that question, isn't it? About a bear in the woods. Would you rather meet a bear or a man? And this just reinforces the terror that can be felt from other human beings. And that's why I don't like them. I'm actually just getting old and being a grumpy old woman. I've turned into that person. I really have. I'm just like, oh, what are you doing? And generally I do like people, but I kind of don't as well. It's all part of the hormones. Are you ready for the third story? Heard a whistle late at night. Last night my boyfriend and I were headed home and got a flat tyre. This was around midnight and we were on the highway, so we immediately got off an exit in the middle of nowhere and he got to changing the tyre. It was dark. The only light we had were the headlights and our phone. I was very paranoid and I kept telling my boyfriend I heard things and I feel weird because it was so lonely, but we shook it off with me just being paranoid. The whole time we were there, I felt so anxious, but my boyfriend was trying to calm me down so he could just change the tyre and leave. I was on the lookout with my flashlight the whole time. Finally, after 30 minutes of being out there, he was finished with the tyre. He told me to put something up in the car, and as soon as I went back to him, he yelled at me to get the heck in the car. And I went immediately back to the car and was just in full panic mode. The whole car was moving from the trunk, and I just heard banging. I kept trying to look back and forth to see where my boyfriend was, and if I saw someone. But honestly, it's such a blur, I can't even remember most of it anymore. Thankfully, my boyfriend immediately comes into the car and we rush out of there. He proceeds to tell me that he heard a whistle from a thorn bush in front of us, as if someone was calling him. And then he saw jeans and a figure right behind it, and then he heard the whistle. And that's when he immediately picked up the flat tyre and was forcing it in the trunk. We were terrified and still are, because we were at that location for 30 minutes. So I don't know if a person was just staring at us the whole time. But also, if there was, why? Wouldn't they have done something by then? I wish I looked out when we left to see if there was any movement or if I saw anyone. But we were just in full panic mode, and he literally had chills all over his body. My boyfriend did say when he was forcibly closing the trunk, he had a crowbar and didn't see anyone come out, but it was fast and a blur. He didn't exactly see anything else. I truly do believe he saw something because he felt like it was a life or death situation, and that his body took a screenshot. We weren't sure what that whistle was, but we are thankful nothing happened, and we're definitely never stopping in the middle of nowhere in the night, ever. A friend said that it could have been his guardian angel looking out for him with that whistle to leave immediately. But yeah, that was definitely the scariest experience we've had. whistling at night. It amazes me that so many people, not really, because people aren't into folklore all the time, but so many people whistle at night. And we did that little video once, didn't we, of Toby and I walking around the village, and we went up this lane and started whistling to see if anything would happen. It was quite fun though. But I don't think I seriously thought anything would happen. Are you ready for the fourth and final story? My encounter with something in the woods in Florida. So I know this is going to sound cheesy and fake, but last night on Friday the 13th, me and my boyfriend were spending time together, and I thought, let's go out to the woods by your dorm and look for raccoons and possums, because we both love animals like that. We both agreed and went to grab dinner, and then we walked into the woods. It was about 10ish, and we're about 2 miles in, and I see this deer jump right over the path and into the bushes. And I say, "Oh, look, it's a deer." And he looks for a good 5 minutes, but doesn't see the deer, and I see it clear as day. But after that, we continue, and we're about 4 to 5 miles deep into this trail. Then my boyfriend says, "I run this trail every single morning, and I honestly have no clue where we are." And that kind of spooked me, because it's pitch black out, and he has no clue where we are. So we see this path that takes a right, and we assume that it will loop around and take us back to the beginning, so we can leave. I'm about 2 to 4 feet ahead of him, and I just freeze in place with my phone flashlight pointing in the brush. And he comes around the corner and sees me and says, "What is wrong?" And I say, "Look," pointing the flash of my phone in the brush. And he's looking down, and I just say, "Look up." He looks up, and all you see are these bright blue humanoid eyes about 9 feet up, staring at me. It was really skinny, but so tall. And you can slowly see it scanning to me, to him. I make eye contact with it for maybe a minute until he grabs me and says, "We need to go." And the second he said that, the thing moves towards us in like this crooked movement. For your information, it was like a grassy plains area with no trees in the area, just tall grass and bushes. So we walk slowly. I'm walking backwards. He has me by the wrist while he walks forwards, and you can see this thing stalk us until we take the left turn and retrace our steps back out of the woods. While we were walking stroke running, we were screaming prayers, and it was terrifying. And when we left, my body just kept telling me to go back into the woods, and I couldn't stop tearing up while just staring at the woods when we got out of it. Also, while we were leaving, there was this loud shriek or howl. I know this is speculation, but he said the name Skinwalker or Wendigo, and I was also whistling at deer in the woods. I don't know, and we smelt this super strong odour, and it got dead quiet when we saw it, and the closer we got to leaving, the louder it got.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the luxe staples insiders swear by, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
Hi, neighbor. Welcome to Birch Lane, where you'll find timeless furniture and decor for your fall refresh to help you celebrate it all. From big holiday gatherings to everyday moments at home. Shop classic style for joyful living at birchlane.com.
I've never heard of blue eyes glowing. Not blue. It's normally like gold, maybe green, things like that. But blue intrigues me. I'm not sure that's connected to skinwalkers or anything like that. It sounds more alien. It sounds more like a mimic or something. Those are my thoughts anyway. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll catch you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the luxe staples insiders swear by, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
Is your cash earning 4.25% APY right this very moment? It could be if it was in a Wealthfront cash account, where you can earn 4.25% APY through partner banks with free same-day withdrawals to eligible accounts every day, even on weekends and holidays. Just start a withdrawal as late as 9 p.m. Eastern. Go to wealthfront.com to start saving and investing today. Cash account offered by Wealthfront Brokerage, member FINRA SIPC. Wealthfront Brokerage isn't a bank. Funds are conveyed to partner banks who accept and maintain deposits and provide the interest rate and FDIC insurance. Rate is subject to change.
With McValue at McDonald's, you don't just get deals on the drinks. You get deals on McDonald's drinks. So when you're breaking a sweat, embrace the chill without breaking the bank. And when your crew is running on empty, keep your wallet full while refreshing the squad.
Grab a cold drink at a hot price, like a refreshing Coke Zero or sweet tea in any size for only $1.49. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.